You start.
All right, welcome to the PK podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Logan.
And that was pretty good. I think that was a good intro. So you're too nervous.
I'm not nervous. I swear.
You're sweating, shaking, didn't know how to start it.
Yep.
But now we started. So it's getting into the first topic of conversation. Logan, what's wrong with the Blackhawks?
What is wrong with the Blackhawks, Mike? See, that is the question we're all asking right now. Their record
is brutal. They just played the San Jose Sharks yesterday and lost 6-1?
Yes, 2. They had 2. Small score at the end.
Oh, did he?
He did.
All right.
What's up with that?
You know what? I don't want to say that they gave up, but I think they've figured out that it's a lost season. Kind of shows how much Corey Crawford has an impact on this team. What?
You can't even say that, though.
I can't.
Like, you have no idea what it would be like if he was here. You really think they would be winning games if he was playing the way they're playing right now?
Do you think the Canadians are a good team?
No.
Okay. Do you think Carey Price is a good goalie?
Yes.
Okay. So with Carey Price and net,
you can't even compare Crawford to Carey Price.
How?
You can't even.
How?
That's just not how it works.
It does. We all know the Canadians are not a good team without Carey Price. You put Carey Price in, what are they?
Okay.
A good team.
Right.
Corey Crawford is the equivalent.
Of Carey Price. You're comparing
in the Western Conference, yes. Because you see what the Hawks are like without a Carey Price-like goalie in that.
Oh, boy.
So you're telling me that you don't see a drop-off between
Forsberg,
Berube to Corey Crawford.
Okay. Their goaltending situation now is not the best. Okay, I will agree to that. I do think Crawford is the best goalie that they have. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if him playing would make a difference.
Could you say that again? That just sounded nice.
I don't think Crawford playing would make that big of a difference.
You know what? Here's my theory to why Corey Crawford doesn't get the what's the word? Doesn't
start. I think he's a little dizzy. He had to sit down.
You're brutal.
That is kind of brutal.
I don't think he gets as much credit as he does because of the team he played on. Like when he first came with the Hawks, they already won a cup. They already had established players: Keith Seabrook, Kane Taves. No, stop. The argument was the team was a lot better than the goaltender.
Yes. Like when Antti Niemi was there, was the goalie.
No, it was not the goalie. The team
in 2010.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The team was good in itself.
Yes.
Now the team's getting older.
Yes.
But they have regressed.
Yes.
Corey Crawford hasn't been Corey Crawford. Like when he first came to the league, he's not the same goalie as what is now.
Yes.
He's a lot better now than he was when he was a rookie.
Okay.
All right.
And that's how all goalies
he's gotten better while the team has gotten worse. So Hawks got worse. Goalie's a lot better, but the team itself, you still see the same stats. Now with them gone and the team's bad.
But really all this is hypothetical, though, because we don't know what it'd be like if he was playing right now.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of other factors that go into that. We don't know if the Hawks would be any better right now if they had Panarin over Brandon Saad. If they would have kept Yalmer. I think Patrick Kane in that line would be a lot better. You saw him with Yurko yesterday. He whiffed. He set him up perfectly and just whiffed on that shot. The other move was Connor Murphy for Yalmerson. Who knows what that would have looked like? He was injured a lot this year for Arizona, so I don't know. Moving forward, there's a lot of potential with the team. I see a lot of guys coming up, like they're bringing up Matthew Highmore, Eric Gustafsson. There's a lot of Carl Dahlstrom. There's a lot of guys that they're bringing up and just kind of see what they have, and then moving forward. I don't know what they're going to do though in the future. I think they just get lucky with the draft lottery. There should be a lot of defensemen, I think, around the 5 to 9 range. So if they could snag one of those guys up, maybe make an impact right out of the blocks, it should be good for them.
They have 2 picks this next upcoming draft, 2018. They have theirs in Nashville. So
we can go into that. Kind of talk about the trade deadline. What do you thought about that? Just go through the moves.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Let me pull that.
So you brought up Nashville. I think the biggest move for the Hawks was trading Ryan Hartman for a first-round pick. They also got back prospect. Let me find out what's his name. Victor Edschel. Edschel. So sure. Ryan Hartman and a 5th in exchange for Victor Edschel, a first-round pick, a 4th-round pick for this year. So what do you think of that trade? If you break it down right now, what do you think?
Wait, what? Sorry. You're gonna have to repeat yourself.
All right. So here's how I see it. Ryan Hartman for Victor Edschel, player for player. You're gaining 1 year in age with the new guy, with the prospect. But Ryan Hartman was already playing NHL hockey at 22. So I guess you could say, I don't want to say cancel him out, but you might have. It sounds like you have a player here in Victor Edschel.
Yes.
4th-round pick for 5th-round pick. You're maybe gaining 10 spots. If the Hawks are a low or a high, or should I say low? An early 5th-round pick in exchange for a late 4th-round pick. So you're maybe looking at 10 to 15 spots, maybe. So I think the reason for the trade is you're gaining a 1st-round pick.
Yeah.
That's why you traded.
You're not. Yeah. Okay.
So if you cancel everything out, the Hawks are just receiving a 1st-round pick from Nashville, which will probably be around, say, 23 to 30, 31.
But I think Ryan Hartman was a big part of the team now.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I was watching Hockey Central during the trade deadline or whatever, and Nick Kypreos, man, that was really loud. Nick Kypreos said he was kind of confused on why the Hawks would make a deal like that, because Ryan Hartman's only 23. He scored 20 goals last year. Wouldn't it make more sense for the Hawks to keep a guy like that for the core moving forward? That's how I see it.
I think so. I mean, I think, he fit well with the chemistry they had going on. And
he was playing with Kane and Schmaltz the first night.
Yeah.
I think he had like 4 points or something
exactly.
Like that. So, I mean, it shows that he has the potential, but you kind of see a drop-off in this year. And it's not really fair to say that he's not playing good because the rest of the team isn't as well. But there's going to be a lot of unknown potential that we won't see because they moved on from him. And, of course, the first game with Nashville, he scores a goal, game-winning goal. So far he's a point-per-game player with the Predators. You want to go on to the next trade for the Hawks?
Yeah.
Let's see. It was Tommy Wingels, one of your favorite players, for 2019 conditional 5th-round pick. First game with Boston, has a goal and an assist. What
does that say, though, about the Hawks?
What did you think of him this year? I thought he was, as a free agent acquisition, you really didn't expect much from him. Looked pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, he would go. He was, okay, we don't have a tough guy on the team, right?
Not anymore. He's in the minors.
Yes. Okay.
John
Hayden, right. So I think part of them getting Tommy Wingels was for him to try to move into that role a little bit. Now, how many fights did he have? Not a lot.
Well, I'm not looking at just fights, though. He's an energy forward. He's playing up and down the lineup. He was on the first line before the trade happened.
Him and Hartman both.
Yeah, I mean, they're good players. I thought the 4th line this year was the best I've ever seen it in a long time. Maybe since 2010 when they had Ben Eager, Colin Fraser, and Adam Bursch on the 4th line or something like that. Just a ton of grit. But I thought the 4th line of it was Wingels, John Hayden, and Lance Boma. Yeah, that was the best 4th line I think I've seen in a long time. Just really simple, dump it in, crash the net, play the body. Nothing too difficult. Just play simple. So I mean, there is potential that they could re-sign him again in the offseason because he was only on a 1-year deal. I think he was a Chicago guy. He's living here with his family.
Yeah, he's from where is he from? I don't remember where he's from. Somewhere around here.
Yeah, so I mean, there is potential for them. Like, hey, we like what you did this year, and we'll give you a contract coming up in the offseason, but for now we're going to trade you somewhere so you can win a cup. So that seems like a good move for them, especially if they get him back next year. It looks like they just stole a conditional 5th from Boston. But it looks like they could be a favorite to win the cup this year. So, I mean, they'll definitely take that.
On a completely unrelated note, I think he has the best name in all of hockey, Tommy Wingles.
No. Boone Jenner. Best name in hockey.
Boone Jenner. Yes.
There's probably a bunch of other guys that you can think of.
Spooner. We forgot about Spooner.
Ryan Spooner. He got dealt at the trade deadline.
Yes, he did.
Let's see. You want to go over some of the other big moves that happened? I think most notably, Ryan McDonough to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yes.
The deal was Ryan McDonough, T.J. Miller, in exchange for Vladislav Nemestankinov.
Whoa. That's another intense name.
Yeah,
Vladislav.
He was the recipient of playing on a line with Steven Stamkos and Nikita Kucherov, so he's having a pretty good year.
Yes.
Defenseman Libor Hajek, Brett Howden, and a first-round pick this year and a 2019 first-round pick next year, conditional. The condition is if they win the cup, they get that first-round pick. So that seems like a steal. Well, no, I shouldn't say steal, but that seems like a really good trade for the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are all in this year.
They're cup or bust this year. They want it, and I think they were a major cup contender last year and even the year before.
The Hawks were in the final. Yeah, they seem like the better team. I think their window is right now. They have Kucherov on just an insane deal. I think he's only making like $4 million or something like that, and he's an MVP candidate.
He's just ridiculous.
So they're going all in. McDonough, he's kind of a fourth line guy, or not fourth line guy, but top 2 pair in New York. Now he's kind of moved down. He doesn't need to play that in Tampa Bay. They have Victor Hedman, Anton Strawman, just a plethora of good defensemen. The new kid they signed or traded for with the Duran deal.
Yes.
I can't think of his name. But he's doing really good for them. What's the next trade we got here? Thomas Tatar, Tater Salad, going to the Vegas Golden Knights for a first, a second, and a third in 2018, then 2019, and then 2021. What do you think about that?
I would not be surprised at all if the Vegas Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup.
Is that a hot take?
What?
Is that a hot take?
Hot take.
Hot take. So
I would not be surprised at all.
You're putting it down on episode.
We're gonna call this episode number 1. Number 2. Number 1. Right, 1, 2, or 2, 1. Yeah. Okay. They hands down, I think, are the team in the NHL that want to have something to prove and have proved it farther than anybody's expectations so far. Mm-hmm. And they just want it more than anyone else.
Kind of just a team of cast-offs that were put together, and now they're just crushing worlds. Insane speed, and they're all the same player, or not same player, but like they're all there for the same reason that they got moved from their old team, and they're all together. So they're on the same boat. I think they're easily a cup contender, maybe the best out of the Western Conference. For sure, because a lot of the good teams are out there in the East. You have, the Atlantic Division? I think they have the top 3 teams or whatever. They have Toronto, Boston, and Tampa Bay all in the top 3.
Toronto's another one, I think.
Oh, I love Toronto.
They're
similar to the Hawks, just like the 2010 Hawks, where they got there the first overall pick, right? Mm-hmm. They have the similarities between the two teams. Taves. Taves, Marner, or it's not Taves. Taves, Matthews, Marner, Kane. We don't have that Nylander. I mean, you could say that's Panarin, but like just the similarities between them all. The defensemen, it's very similar.
I just like
they're fun
to watch. They're fun them and the Knights. I mean, they're both
the offensive juggernaut.
And that's something I think the Hawks don't have. They don't have the drive that either of those teams have right now. At least when I watch them, I'm like, they don't. You can tell that none of them want to be there.
No, not anymore.
It's just like they're just there to make money. Mm-hmm. They're not even there to play.
Which is sad.
It is sad.
Next trade we have is Evander Kane to the Sharks from Buffalo for a first-round pick in 19 and another fourth-round pick in the same year for and for Dan O'Regan, but it's kind of a toss, and I assume. Sharks get a good player right there, bolstering up for a cup run. Let's keep going here. Thomas Vanek to the
that's
Blue Jackets.
Talk about.
Are you on the same page? Okay. Yep, yes. Vanek to Columbus for Tyler Mott, former Blackhawk. I thought he could be a really good player for the Hawks.
I liked him a lot.
He had that phenomenal goal against Calgary where he drove wide on the right side and then kicked the puck from his skate around and just tucked it on the goal. It was unbelievable.
Like that Connor McDavid goal yesterday. Oh my gosh.
He's unreal.
He is just unreal.
New Jersey acquires Patrick Maroon from the Oilers. Let's see who else we have here. Tommy Wingles, Uris. What about Erik Karlsson not getting moved? What do you think about that?
I'm fine with that. I mean, he's on a team right now that I think fits him well. Mm-hmm. And I think he likes being there, and I don't think he really had any reason to want to be moved. I mean, he's doing well there, obviously, but good. What's up? Winnipeg Jets. Did we talk about them?
Paul Stastny. Oh, that's a great trade. Considering they're in the Central Conference and the Hawks have been so bad, we're more concerned about them getting to the playoffs, but we really didn't notice that Winnipeg's having a phenomenal year. So adding a really good center they're already really deep at that position. Mark Scheifele, Nikolai Ehlers, I know he's on the wing, but just a really good team. Really good. I think this will be the first time they got in the playoffs since they got ousted against I think they got swept by Anaheim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this will be the second time they've ever gotten to the postseason as the Winnipeg Jets coming from Atlanta.
Right.
You hit, you miss sometimes.
Scotiabank Place.
All right. I think we end the episode with NHL Draft Simulator to see where the Hawks will draft.
Can you do a screen recording so you can record your screen and do it?
You want me to just turn the screen around? No kidding. No joke. Based off these results.
Shift Command 4. That'll take a screenshot. Shift Command 4.
Shift Command 4. This is the first time.
And then you have to drag it from...
I know how to do it. Now, Logan, no tricks. What you see is what you get.
Yep.
First click.
It'll pop up on the screen.
Your first overall pick.
It should be over there in the TV.
The Chicago Blackhawks, followed by the Florida Panthers, and then the Edmonton Oilers.
Wow.
So the Hawks are getting Rasmus Dahlin. And then we can talk about that. Maybe some future
episodes, future considerations.
Yeah, it's a future consideration. Talk about potential draftees.
Yes.
Around the
I think that's a good place to end the episode for today.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you for watching. Tune in next time. We have some new people on the team that you'll meet later.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching. See you next time. Smash that like button!